Cooking with Grandma. We're going to bake bread now, and we don't have milk, so we're going to substitute and make a water bread out of it. And I'm going to put this on the stove and just heat it a little bit. And then I'm going to put some butter in it. Derrick. Okay.
And how much water and butter was that?
That was a cup of water, 2 tablespoons of butter, and we need 3 tablespoons of sugar, and this is a half a tablespoon. And we need a tablespoon of salt, and what's the other? 1 tablespoon of salt, and what's 2 tablespoons? Oh, the butter is 2 tablespoons, the sugar is 3 tablespoons, and the salt is 1 tablespoon. Okay, you have something you can stir that up?
Yep.
So a regular spoon is fine. We're just going to give this a little stir to get the butter and all that melted together. Now we're
Listener assistant.
This is that we're going to put our yeast in this, and this needs to be lukewarm. So none of you are mothers and fathers, or you, I would say you would make it as warm as a baby bottle. But you can put some on your wrist, and if it doesn't burn, you know, it's just a little bit warm. Does everybody want to test it?
Sure, I'll be the tester. Not bad.
Not bad.
Great.
If it's,
I would call that lukewarm.
If it's too hot, it will kill your yeast. And if it's too cold, your yeast won't ferment. So I'd say that is just a little bit too hot. We'll just let that cool a little bit yet. And we'll stir this just to melt the butter. We're going to put 2 packages of yeast in 1 cup of lukewarm water. Oh, I need that again. I didn't get mine cut off. And when you're making this kind of bread, you need to feed the yeast a little bit. So we're going to put a little bit of sugar in there. And that's what they call feeding the yeast.
Feeding the yeast.
And then kind of stir it.
Feeding the beast.
Feeding the beast.
Feed the beast, yeast. Feed your beast.
Hear the pressure canner going in the background?
Yeah, it's getting ready.
Mm-hmm.
I have carrots. Pressurizing.
Is it time to put the gauge on it?
No.
Electricity goes
10
off,
minutes.
that's my can of carrots.
Yes. You can over fire.
Fight over it.
You can over fire too.
Yeah, pressure everything.
Because I do so much bread baking, I buy my yeast in bulk, and it's if you're gonna do much bread baking, it's a lot cheaper than buying the individual packets. Okay, we have our yeast fermenting. When that bubbles, then it's going to be ready. And we have our butter and salt and water over here that's ready to go together. And this also, when it mixes with the flour and the yeast, it needs to be kind of lukewarm. And this should be milk, but we're using water today.
So you're just letting it cool right now?
Yes.
No, exactly. They actually had some juice.
We're going to use 2 cups of flour.
We didn't stoop low enough.
Should have brought a wooden
This is
spoon.
for pre-market, actually. It's a Hawaiian shirt, alright. Andrew's having a Hawaiian cookie. Yeah, exactly. I just seem like a lay and a Santa hat.
And now we just have to wait a minute, so together now. This is the liquid that goes into the flour. And you see how high the yeast has gotten?
About twice as high.
It doubled at least. And then we're going to stir this. Was I right? 2 cups of flour?
So it's 4.5.
4.5. That's what I thought. I need some more flour.
Dump it in.
You need that recipe?
Yeah. Another one?
4.5.
Last half?
Yep.
4.5.
Is this your measuring cup?
Okay, now we're to the point where if we had a wooden spoon, we could stir it in more, but
You want me to do it? Should I stir it?
we're going to get in with our hands.
Okay, cool. Let's do it.
And washing time.
Because
You gonna get dirty? You gonna get your hands in there, Andrew?
Huh?
You gonna get your hands in there?
Oh, yeah.
Alright, cool.
You see me getting clean first? Try to get clean before you get dirty.
And you have to really mix this a long time. They say if you have a really strong wooden spoon, you should do it about 50 times. You want to put a little flour on it?
Yeah, man. Where is the flour?
So does that mean that's ready to go, Grandma?
Now, let's make sure that we got it mixed up good.
Yeah, so see, probably.
Yeah.
If you could just put a little bit of flour in there, just for pinching.
I don't think we don't need any more flour.
You don't think so?
Not for this dough. Do you know the art of kneading? You probably do. You fold it over, and you come back with your hands like that, and then you bring this up, and you do the same thing. Come back with your hands, and just keep
Yeah, it's just folding.
right, folding and rolling, and folding and rolling.
I also need a different way. I'm not really sure how to describe it. Where it's kind of like you're pulling from the outside and like pulling it in, or maybe pulling from the in out, kind of like
Yeah, that could be.
like this.
Oh, yeah. That's the way you do pizza dough.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
That's probably why.
Yeah.
And then like the ones that aren't, those get special supply. But the ones that are, at least I can see, well, those other things, you know, the world would. You know, based on that, then I can see the map.
Yeah, y'all seen them? But I'm trying to go there because I didn't see you there for Thanksgiving because I was gone. But yeah, no, it's such a big day yet. Yeah, so I'll be over there and that's the right Christmas Eve.
You're a pro, Andrew.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And guess what? It's being documented.
Man. So
This moment will live on in infamy.
Derrick, you want to butter the pan?
What am I doing with this?
Butter the pan?
that's another plug. This is where I'll be plugging it. Hey, come check out the show, Rogers, January 12th. January 12th.
I'll get to have them all.
What are you doing, Derek?
Butter in that pan.
Get it all the way up the side?
Oh, see?
Yeah, butter the whole pan.
The whole pan.
So,
Yeah.
Well, that probably looks pretty good.
See, I usually add flour until it's kind of smooth and it's not sticky anymore. I don't know how this recipe goes.
Let me,
Yeah, at least it's not boring.
no, I wouldn't. For this bread, it's a batter bread.
Yeah, like I said, I really don't know.
So,
I'm used to making one type of bread.
Right. I would not put more flour. It got a little bit shiny.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit. And we're just gonna pop it down in
How
there.
long do you usually let it rise?
And we're gonna let it rise until it's about double in bulk.
So when it's kind of peeking over the edge.
Right. So we're just gonna set it over here by the warm, there's one burner that will keep it warm. Because we have the oven.
Probably exactly right.
Probably just about double, doesn't it?
mm-hmm, looks about it.
Yeah, okay.
And do we know what the oven's set on?
It's 375.
375.
Guesstimation.
Okay, now let's time that for 40 minutes and check it.
5 o'clock, we'll check it.
Get up.
Okay. Well, if it would have had milk in it, should have been in 50 minutes. But it had water, so I think it.
Sweet, look at that, isn't that perfect? That's
Now,
beautiful bread.
We need the butter. Now the bread is
Bread's
getting
getting
buttered.
We butter the
What's
bread
that sound?
with butter.
What's that sound?
All right, guys, enjoy.
Thank you
Thank you
so
very
much.
There was a nice
Yay!
somewhere. You're welcome. You're welcome. Enjoy.